Hey, what's up? In this lesson, we are going to be looking at how you can see the statistics of your Instagram growth inside of Jarvis. So you can actually, see what is going on behind the scenes, what is happening, what is Jarvis doing, what are the results you're getting, and, how can you easily view them and all that good stuff. So firstly, what I want to do is actually just talk about how you can enable a nice little option to get more accurate results. So you can actually see, what is happening every 24 hours of automation that you do. I think it's better to do that because then you're seeing, what has happened every day, exactly what are the results from that. But it is optional, but I just want to show you where it is. The first thing you can do is come into your social profiles on the left hand side. Just click on your Instagram profile to open it up. You'll be at the top in the settings tab. Make sure to click show advanced profile settings here. And then if we just scroll all the way to the bottom, we can click in our synchronization, do sync right before midnight. And even if we actually hover over this, the tooltip does say use this option if you want accurate statistics for a 24-hour interval. So every 24 hours, it's going to reset, start from scratch, and then tell you how much you've actually gained that day. If you keep this off, what it's going to look at instead is if it's followed someone, and then if it followed that person that day, if maybe they follow you back the next day, it's going to count it towards that day. That's at least what I believe it does. So I like to enable this instead, just to see every day, this is how many I'm gaining, or how many followers you're gaining. Yeah, we're going to turn that on. Then what we can do is come back into our social profiles, and we can then tick box our account we want to see the statistics on. If you want to see multiple accounts, you can enable various accounts. Maybe you have 5 Instagram accounts. You can tick them all and see all the statistics at once. But for now, we'll just tick box 1. Then we're going to come down to the bottom here. The very bottom, you'll see actions on selected profiles, a nice little big button. Click that. And then in the general profile actions, there's obviously a lot of stuff in here. Please feel free to take your time, explore different things. But we are going to be clicking on the view statistics button. And hopefully they'll eventually, maybe move this right here, a nice little button to view statistics. That would be cool. But for now, general profile actions, view statistics, click that, and you're going to get this box that pops up. I'm just going to sort of resize mine a little bit, even though it doesn't make too much of a difference. But in here, you're going to see obviously your profile, what is going on, the date, so each day, what's going on, how many followers you've gained, how many followers you have, how many people you're following, of course. And then you can see, in this column, how many follows you've done and how many unfollows you've done. So I know right now this account shows 0 all the way through, but I want to point out some things you should be looking for in your statistics, what's important, to look out for. The first thing would be, how many follows have you done in the day? Because in your mind, you should know how many you're sort of trying to aim for in your follow settings. So you may have set your daily limit in the follow settings to be, I want to follow, 600 people per day. If you're only following maybe 200, all of a sudden you need to think, okay, why am I not following that 600? And of course, in my FAQ section at the bottom of this course, I do troubleshoot issues like that. But be looking, are you reaching your daily limits? That's the first thing you want to be looking at. So that would apply for, any tools you've enabled. So follows, unfollows, likes, maybe you're sending direct messages, liking comments, all that stuff. You just want to be looking, are they actually reaching their daily limits each day? Because then that is, of course, going to affect how many followers you gain. I have jumped into, other people. I do consultation and coaching for people in Jarvis. I've jumped into theirs where they say, hey, my follower gains are really bad. They're maybe only seeing like 5 or 10 new followers a day. And typically this is because, well, they're not actually reaching those follow daily limits. They're not actually, working up to following like 800 people per day. Of course, the more people you follow, the better your gains are going to be. So yeah, that's the main thing to sort of look out on here. You can obviously scroll along, see all the other things. There are a few options in here, such as like repins and tweets. Obviously doesn't apply for Instagram. And something, just to make sure we're all clear and on the same page, is you can select your dates here. You can open this up, choose a certain time frame. So maybe you wanted to just do a whole month, see, hey, this is the growth for a month. And this is really awesome if you're managing client accounts, so you're being paid to grow other people's accounts. You can give them a monthly report here, and what's great is you can do all that, and then you can actually click export all. And just to show you what this does, it opened up on my screen here. It'll open up this thing, and what you can do is of course just import that into Google Sheets. I like to use Google Sheets to import all my data, and then I'll just include the account name, date, and then I'll delete some of obviously all this stuff, but I'll keep the followers gain, which would just be this first number here all the way down. Then I'll just delete all those other columns out of Google Sheets so it's nice and organized, and it just shows this is how many followers you've gained all day. And then you can just do a quick equals sum, brackets, drag the columns. If you're used to Google Sheets and Excel, you know what I'm on about. But yeah, that is the first way of viewing statistics. There is another way to do this too. So what you can do is come into your dashboard. First thing I want to just point out is, that this is the brain of Jarvee. So you can obviously come in here and just see what is actually happening in general. If you want to just see, are things running smoothly? Is everything all good? And just down here, you can show status for info for, and then at the moment it's showing all accounts. You can just select your Instagram profile just to see what's going on. And then of course in the right hand side here, the error. This is something I like to look for, especially when I'm jumping into other people's Jarvees. I'll just quickly scroll through this, see if there's any errors coming up. This account is completely fine at the moment, but it's obviously not running anything. But yeah, let's jump into the statistics tab and explain this really complicated statistics window. I am personally not a fan of looking at statistics this way. That's why I just showed you the other method. It's so much simpler, easier. You can see how many followers you've gained, you can see how many follows, etc. you've done. But you may be more of a graph person and you may enjoy this view instead. So firstly, you have your posting. You can see how many posts have happened on your account for the time period. So obviously you have your start and end date right up here. And then you have the tools. You have the tools tab sort of hidden right here. And this is where you can see how many follows, unfollows, likes, all that good stuff. So you can see it all right here. And then if you click on your follow, it's going to show you a graph of everything done. For example, if we just do likes, it will show you what's sort of going on, how many followers you've gained. So yeah, mine isn't going to really work here because I haven't actually been running this account. But yeah, you will be able to see, like different graphs here. It's going to go up and down and just show you all that good stuff. But personally, like I said, I enjoy looking at the statistics through the social profile, action, and then view statistics. So much simpler, so much cleaner. Why make your life harder? This is the easy way to do it. So I recommend you check it out that way. But hopefully this has opened up your eyes, to how you can see the statistics of your profile, how you're growing over time, how to actually export that data as well, just so you can store it in like a spreadsheet. And also, as we did, we just looked at sort of the summary, how you can change it to your profile, just to see what is going on